Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with a design team layout for scrapbooking the day away. And I have this sketch created by the one and only Anne Marie Bryant, who runs the Facebook and online site. And I'm going to document these two pictures from a meeting that I had at work. I'm going to use Busy Sidewalks by Crate Paper. I am getting to the end of my paper, and all I really have left are some really unique embellishments, I guess, plus some, easy to use. Handful of scraps, and then a handful of like these little tags and things. So I'd like to use as much as I can, but this is a pretty dialed down layout, and I kind of leave it that way. So I've got my papers, I've got my embellishments, I've got my pictures, and this really cool sketch. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I was thinking I'd try and use as much paper, and then decided that this paper and this collection, I believe I bought it because it has a bunch of like cookie stuff, and I am about to document Cookie Day. So I decided that I would hold off on using all the other papers and just use the scraps that I have. So first I'm going to make the little rectangles to the left of the layout. Now I fully planned on putting those little circles that are on the far left on this layout, but I didn't realize until it was too late that I had already attached my little rectangles flush against the side of the paper. So there's a few things that are a little different for me. Not much, because I pretty much create this layout. So I use a 3-inch punch by Recollections to create my 3 circles, and I just use the same paper. It's that red and pink stripe, and then on the other side is the really pretty lights, and so I use those. And then I do pull this full 12 by 12 sticker, or 12 by 12 sheet out, and I create 2 half-inch strips, 12 by half-inch, and I also use that same polka dot paper to mat one of my pictures, and that is all. So I set aside the rest of that paper for a future layout. And then I use that pink and white stripe, or that pink and red stripe, for one of the mats. And then the other, I use that green polka dot. And I put the green polka dot at the top, so it's broken up a little from that, the polka dots that match it at the bottom. And so I am just kind of laying things out. I did consider doing these as tags, the little rectangles, but because the circles cover the end, it would have been kind of pointless. So I kind of leave it the way that it is kind of set up on the sketch, minus those little circles. And then she's got this little white stripe across her green paper, and I have this strip of scrap paper that's got grid on it, and I thought I would go ahead and just make one 12-inch by half-inch strip and use that on all 3 of those. And that will double as a space for me to do my journaling. So I get those on there and measure so that they're in the same place on all 3. And then I line them up using that grid behind me, which I don't always do. A lot of times I just eyeball things. Most of the time I just eyeball things. But that's just, the way that... It's more laziness than anything, honestly. I will be 100% honest. And it's not because it doesn't matter, because it does matter. I love creating. I love the way things look. But I'm trying really hard not to be like super OCD about like things being perfect. And that's why I don't do a lot of like full grid layouts that have to be lined up just right, because that just drives me nuts. Because if it's supposed to be super symmetrical like that, then I need it to be. And then I get flustered because it's just not working for me. So typically I just eyeball things and don't try and make them too terribly symmetrical. But I think this turned out pretty good in the aspect of how lined up things are. And like I said, I did use my mat in the background, which, it's kind of the point of it being there. It's not only to use it to help not damage your desk, but also so that you can use it as a measuring tool. So I have, like I said, used my 3-inch trimmer to cut or punch it to get these out, and then decided to use these poinsettias. We were at a bookkeeper meeting, for our district, and these 3 ladies are other bookkeepers that I work with and adore. And so there were poinsettias all over where we were. Of course, you can't see them in the picture because they had this backdrop there for us to take pictures with. And so we did take pictures, which, you know, they knew that I would. They're like, we have to take a picture. Kristen needs a picture. So not a problem. So I did crop one to where it's a little closer up because the one with the backdrop has like really pretty trees and things like that and snowflakes. So I kind of wanted to make sure and have one of those in there as well. And then I just like make this little cluster in the bottom right corner of the bottom picture. And then I found these little paper clips, and I thought that was kind of fitting since, like I said, we're bookkeepers, so we work for a school in an office. And then I tried to debate what I wanted to title this, and like I have a bunch of Merry Christmas and Merry Mary that's already with this collection, but it's just not what I wanted. So I decided to pull out my alphas and create this title and just call it Keepers, because they are keepers and we're bookkeepers. I thought that was pretty darn fitting. I was very proud of myself. So I get that down there. I use my Nuvo Deluxe to get it attached. I considered adding something like the Keepers or something like that, because I do have the little gold alphas that came with the sticker book for this, but I just decided to leave it as Keepers. I was going to also put Merry Keepers, but that sounded kind of, I don't know. I don't think I like that. I can't decide. And it didn't fit space-wise. Like, it was a little too bulky for what I wanted. So anyway, then I use, like I said, the little strips that I put on there to journal. I put the date on the top one, the names of all of us on the middle one, and then just a little comment about how I love the bookkeeper meetings when I'm with these ladies. So I'm very lucky to have them. They help me stay sane, and we just help each other get through the crazy of our job. So anyway, I hope that you all will go check out Scrapbooking the Day Away. You can find the site listed below in my description box. I adore Anne-Marie. She is very encouraging and brings lots of great ideas to the table, not just scrapbook layouts, but cards and all sorts of paper crafting. So you should go and check her out. Like I said, the link will be in my description box. And then, of course, I hope you'll come back and see me as well, because hopefully I'll be here more often this month after the crazy things at work are done this week. So I would love it if you give me a thumbs up if you like this video and or my layout, and I hope you all have a great day. Hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love, and happy scrapping!